Dear viewers, in one of the responses and comments from my viewers, somebody got a concern and was asking a question about the difference between leaders and managers because he observed that I was repeatedly using those words, and so he wanted to know the difference. Today, I have come with this video for us to learn that there is a difference between a leader and a manager. Now, let me start with the definition of the two different words. Leadership is the ability to influence people to work towards achieving a specific goal, while management is the ability to coordinate and administer tasks to achieve a specific goal. There are different scholars with different perspectives in which they define the two words. But in simple understanding, those are the differences. Now, let us go into details to know the difference between who a leader is and who a manager is. But before we get there, pick this information clear. There are people who are gifted by God, who are talented by God, who know when to act like a manager and when to act as a leader. And those are genius leaders. They are gifted by God. Now, the difference between the leader and the manager is described below. Number one, a leader motivates the people that is leading to work together, to work together, to be empowered, to get to the goal that they are aiming at. While a manager administers, follows procedures, follows standards regardless, and the objective is to get to the goal. The other difference between the leader and the manager is that a leader deals with what and how, while the manager deals with doing. The how is not his business. The what is not her business. But you do what you are mandated to do. The other difference between the manager and the leader is that the leader fosters motivation, while the manager maintains the organization stability. The leader focuses on working with a motivated team, making sure that the team that is leading is doing what they are doing with the commitment while being motivated. A leader goes further to find out how is the team doing, the health of the team, the other issues, social issues around the team, while the manager focuses on the organizational procedures majorly. The other difference between the leader and the manager is that the leader focuses on the well-being of the people that is leading, while the manager majorly focuses on the product, the result. Sometimes, for managers, they may not want to hear those other things that are outside work. And then the other difference between the leader and the manager is that the leader challenges the status quo, while the manager will focus on maintaining the status quo. For example, the leader will ask, these guidelines that were provided, Are they helpful? Are they making a contribution? And will try to go beyond, to engage those above him to ensure that improvement is made. While the manager will tell the teams, that is what was provided, let's go by that. The other difference between the manager and the leader is that leaders do things right, while managers focus on right things. For those who understand little English, may have understood what I'm meaning. For instance, if an assignment is put forward between the leader and the manager will ask the team questions. How do we get this done? And then the manager will ask, how will you do these things? The focus is on the results. The leader focuses on what people learn as they get to the result that is required. The other difference between the manager and the leader is that the leaders have a long view of the destination, of the direction that the entity that they are leading is going to, while managers look at what is present. Currently, this is what the policy is saying. Currently, this is what the guideline is saying. Currently, this is what the standard is talking about. So let's go by what is available. While the leader says no, even when this is what is available, there's something more that we need to learn to reach to the destination that we are going in a better way. The other difference between the leader and the manager is that the leader focuses on commitment of the team, while the manager focuses on compliance. And that's why in my explanation, the example that I'm giving, I am explaining that the manager will always focus on standards, procedures, policies, and guidelines. And that is what he holds his team accountable for. While the leader focuses on ensuring that people are motivated to commit themselves, to go beyond the standards, to go beyond the expectations of the organization, the entity, or the institution that is leading. The other difference between the leader and the manager is that the leader promotes innovation, while the manager implements the design. This is what the project is all about. This is the goal of the project. This is the target of the project. Let's implement in line with the design of the project. While the leader will call upon his team to create new ideas, to come up with innovations on how to move together towards achieving the project goal. The other difference between the leader and the manager is that leaders teach what they know, while the managers hold the teams accountable to know what they are responsible for. Quite a number of factors that we consider when we are looking at leaders and managers. But the most critical thing that we need to know is that leadership and management have almost similar roles. But what makes the difference between the leader and the manager is how they perform those roles, how they move with the teams that they are leading to the objective that they are aiming at achieving. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next video, I'm going to discuss with you the points of weakness of each of the different team leaders. At some point, we may need to know those gaps that leaders have. but also those gaps that managers have. Most important, as I conclude this video, is that somebody in a position of leadership needs to know at what point do you play leadership and at what point do you act like a manager, because situations determine how leaders and managers should behave. Thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed day.